Bill Doolin was an American outlaw and founder of the Wild Bunch Gang, sometimes known as the Doolin-Dalton Gang. He specialized in robbing banks, trains, and stagecoaches in Arkansas, Kansas, Indiana, and Oklahoma during the late 1800s. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe. William Bill Doolin was born in 1858 in Johnson County, Arkansas. In his early 20s, Doolin left home in 1881 to become a cowboy in Indian Territory. Doolin's first scrape with the law came on July 4, 1891, in Coffeyville, Kansas. Doolin and some friends were drunk in public, and when lawmen attempted to confiscate their alcohol, a shootout erupted, and 2 of the lawmen were wounded. Doolin escaped capture by fleeing the scene. In late 1892, Doolin formed his own gang, the Wild Bunch, and on November 1st, the gang robbed a bank in Spearville, Kansas. After the robbery, the gang fled with gang member Ol Yantis to Oklahoma Territory, where they hid out at the house of Yantis' sister. Less than a month later, the gang was tracked to that location, and in a shootout, Yantis was killed while the rest of the gang escaped. Early in 1893, Doolin married Edith Ellsworth in Oklahoma, and shortly thereafter, Doolin and his gang robbed a train near Cimarron, Kansas. During a shootout, the lawmen shot Doolin and seriously wounded him in the foot. On September 1st, 1893, 14 deputy U.S. Marshals entered Ingalls to apprehend the gang. The armed confrontation became known as the Battle of Ingalls, and during the shootout, 3 marshals and 2 bystanders were killed. 3 of the gang members were wounded, and the gang member known as Arkansas Tom Jones was wounded and captured. Doolin shot and killed Deputy Marshal Richard Speed. For a time, the Wild Bunch was the most powerful outlaw group in the Old West, but throughout 1894 and 95, because of the relentless pursuit by the deputy marshals known as the Three Guardsmen, lawmen Bill Tilghman, Chris Madsen, and Heck Thomas, most of the gang was either captured or killed. Doolin fled to New Mexico Territory, and in late 1895, he and his wife hid out near Burden, Kansas. They went over the border to visit the resort community of Eureka Springs in northwest Arkansas. Doolin enjoyed soaking in the sulfur springs, the waters relieving the rheumatism in his foot caused by the gunshot. It was there, in early 1896, that Doolin was captured in a bathhouse by Deputy Marshal Bill Tilghman. Doolin escaped from jail on July 5th and took refuge with his wife in Lawson in the Oklahoma Territory. There, on August 24th, Doolin was killed by a shotgun blast in a confrontation with Deputy U.S. Marshal Heck Thomas. Doolin is buried next to outlaw Elmer McCurdy in the Boot Hill section of Summit View Cemetery in Guthrie, Oklahoma. By the end of 1898, the remaining Wild Bunch gang had been tracked down and killed by lawmen.